fun part's already begun, getting this ignition igniter box out of here, because there's 2 screws down here, and getting all these out of here is going to be fun. I'm just going to have to piecemeal it to get it out of here, and I ain't going to be doing this one-handed, so we'll be continuing in a little bit. As you can see, I decided to take the trim plate off, which is 2 screws on either end, and you got to take the screws that hold the bezels on, and then there's 2 on the broiler, and then it all comes out of there, because I didn't have enough room to get that out of there and get the wires out of the way to get it out of there. Here we have the new one. You can see partners match up. U6720528. Of course, this one's quite a bit newer, but this one's an Invensys. What is that? Yeah, Invensys, and then this one's a Robert Shaw. And ultimately, just 1 screw holds this sucker on there, because it tabs in there, and then you just have the bonding screw hold the whole thing in there, surprisingly. Alright, then we just gotta reconnect all the wires and get it back in there. Alright, as you can see, I got it back up in there, rewired, reattached. That was a fun one. And I just want to make sure all these got good contact on them and none of them are corroded or broken out, because those can also cause issues. And one trick to keep your igniter wires from falling through is I just lay my pliers against them to hold them. If not, they're going to fall back in there. Alright, let me get this bezel cover back on there. Alright. This was my solution to the retaining the burner igniters. Just goes through there. This 1/4 inch stainless steel washer. Slides down on there. And then a eggshell snap ring. If I can get my pliers to go small enough. Yep, look at one there. There we go. Alright, got it back in there. And then this just screws on there. Now they make a spanner tool for these, but a pair of channel locks does the same trick anyways. Come on. Alright, I'm just going to hand tighten that one. Then the burner cover goes on there like that. This cap goes on, and then the grate goes on top of that. And it ought to look pretty good as new when it's all said and done. I just got to take this one out and change out the igniter. Actually, I'm going to change out the whole tray and the igniter, because the new igniters, of course, don't fit in the existing trays, because, of course, it's older and they don't make them anymore. Alright, I got them all installed, and I think it turned out really good. That's actually a brand new burner plate, and there's not much of a distinguishable difference between these. All you can see is it's got a new igniter, a different igniter back there. Other than that, everything else is good. Now it's just time to put the grates on, plug it back in, and test it. One thing I wanted to point out, the igniter needs to match up with the switch that operates it. As it turns out, someone had been in here before and 1, 2, 5, and 6 were in the wrong order. The only ones that were in the right order were burners 3 and 4. So, going back together again with this thing. Finally,